Sayings. Certain brief sayings of the same Abba Dorotheos. Abba Dorotheos used to say, it is impossible for the person who trusts in his own prudence or his own thoughts to submit himself or pursue the good of his neighbor. He also used to say, since we are impassioned beings, we must not trust our own heart, for the crooked rule makes even the straight crooked. He also used to say, the person who does not despise all material things, glory and bodily comfort, even his own rights, cannot cut off his own will, nor can he be delivered from wrath and sadness, or comfort his neighbor. He also used to say, it is no great thing to not judge or even to show sympathy towards someone who is upset and asks you for help. It is a much greater thing not to judge or dislike the person who, through his own passion, contradicts you. Also, not to ally with the judge of the person contradicting you, and not to be pleased together with the person who prefers you. Again he said, do not demand love from your neighbor. The demander is disturbed if he is not answered. Rather, show your love for your neighbor and comfort him, and thus bring your neighbor to love you. Again he said, if you do something in accordance to God, temptation will always appear. All good things are either preceded or followed by temptation. It is also not certain that something is done according to God unless it is tried by temptation. Again he said, nothing unites more than being pleased about the same things and being like-minded towards one another. Again he said, humility is not disparaging your neighbor's gift. One must accept it with thanks, even if it is something small and of no value. Again he said, in all that happens to me, I prefer to follow my neighbor's opinion, even if I do not then succeed, rather than be successful following my own opinion. Again he said, it is to one's own good in every case to accept the minimum he needs, since it is not beneficial to him to be fully satisfied in everything. Again he said, in everything that has happened to me, I have never wanted to act according to human wisdom, but I have always tried to do what I can and leave all things to God. Again he said, the person who does not have his own will always does what he wants, since as he does not possess his own will, everything that he does comforts him, and he always finds himself doing his will. He doesn't want things to be as he wants them, but rather he wants them to be as they are. Again he said, one should not correct his brother during the time that his brother sins against him, nor even at another time, for the sake of getting his own revenge. He also used to say, love according to God is stronger than natural love. He also used to say, never do evil, even in jest, since it happens that someone starts doing evil in jest, and later, without wanting it, he is bound to it. He also used to say, one must not desire to be delivered from the passion, simply because he desires to escape from the sorrow it causes, but precisely because he hates it, as it says, I hate them with perfect hatred. He also used to say, it is impossible for someone to become angry with his neighbor if his heart is not first lifted up against him and he despises him, considering himself to be his superior. He also used to say, a sign that someone is exercising a passion willingly is if he is disturbed when he is censured or corrected. That a person bears censure of himself, that is his correction, calmly, is a sign that even if he sins, it is through weakness or ignorance.